joined today by Aaron Aponte, professional boxer by way of Hialeah Gardens. Aaron, thank you for joining me.
No problem. Pleasure to be here.
So, Aaron, as we share your story inside and outside the ring today, we're going to learn about you. Look forward to that. Aaron, where were you born? And talk to me about your childhood.
I was born in Opelika, Florida. The day I was born is kind of a funny story. So basically, we were having a fight party at my godmother's house. It wasn't my godmother at the time. It was my grandma's sister.
Okay.
So basically, we were having a fight party at her house, and my mom was like, I'm gonna have birth. And my dad was like, you're not gonna have birth. My dad took forever to get to the hospital. So by the time they got to the hospital, she was literally like giving birth. So she got into the bed, and then 30 minutes later, I was born.
And this was on fight day?
On fight day, on Saturday. But I was born in the next day at 2:56 in the morning.
That's precise.
So yeah.
That's precise.
I was literally born after watching a boxing match.
That's a sign. That's a sign you're going to be born right into boxing. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. And Opelika, is that pronounced correctly?
Yeah,
It's a tough one, man. Jeez.
Yeah.
You're talking about Hialeah Gardens, Hialeah Gardens. Tough.
Nah, I was born in Opelika but raised in Hialeah.
Okay, so talk to me about that.
What I can remember from my beginning years is it was mostly revolved around baseball. So basically, I played baseball since I was 5 till 13.
Okay.
And my dad was my baseball coach, and anything my dad would get in and try to help me become the best I could be. So we ended up doing baseball, and I played that, and I got into boxing because of baseball, because I wanted to hit the ball harder, and I fell in love with the sport. But I ended up doing baseball and boxing at the same time. So from 9 to 13, I was doing baseball and boxing.
Wow.
Yeah. So I would go from the gym, from school to the gym to baseball practice.
Very intense.
Yeah.
This is all with your dad coaching you in both?
Yeah. No, at the beginning, my dad didn't coach me in boxing. And I started with my first trainer, Angel Espinosa, and my dad observed and learned. And eventually, Angel Espinosa passed away. Rest in peace to him. And he became my head trainer. And, he helped me become a national champion, 5-time national champion.
What was your first introduction in the boxing gym? Talk to me about that.
It was tough. My trainer was real funny. He was a old Cuban guy. Okay. But he used to be in the Cuban national team.
Oh, wow.
So he was real strict on certain basics, on boxing basics, and he used to ask me if I was scared all the time. But he used to say it in Spanish. He said, "Tiene miedo." So, he was very strict, and I remember the first time I got out, I was like, I liked it a lot, but I was like, this guy is crazy. I don't know.
You were starting to question it. I don't know if I'm going to come back.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to come back. And, we kept coming back, and then I kept falling more and more in love with it.
And how old were you at this time?
I was 9.
9 years old. Okay. And that was your first introduction into the sport as time went on. And now I see your soccer jersey before we talk about the rest of your amateur career, Argentina. Right. It's funny because Peter is a soccer guy at Syracuse. You have a soccer jersey on today, and I used to play soccer. Okay, interesting. Favorite team, I take it? Argentina national team?
Argentina national
now,
team.
I don't get involved with too much of this, the European League. And what's your favorite team in the world, like?
I don't really watch soccer like that.
Okay.
But if I had to pick one, Barcelona, just because they have Messi.
Okay. Fair enough. Like I said, I don't follow it as much, let alone the MLS. We have Orlando City, and it's like, okay. I believe Miami's bringing a soccer team.
Yeah.
Miami FC, David Beckham.
Right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. We'll stick to boxing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not really worried about soccer right now.
Yeah, not at all.
Unless Argentina's playing, I don't really watch it.
Okay. Now, I remember Cotto fought Sergio Martinez.
Yeah.
And everybody in the stadium had a soccer jersey on at the Garden. So I was telling him, it's not a soccer game. So
yeah, my mom and dad were fighting that day.
Oh. That had to be interesting. So your father is from
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
And my mom is from Argentina.
You know what part of the island your dad's from?
I don't know what part he's from, but I know my grandpa's from. He's from Trujillo.
Okay, and that's where Xander fought.
Yeah.
When he fought in PR. Wow.
Right.
Very cool. So, Aaron, as you transitioned to learning the sport to competing in it, talk to me about your amateur career.
Amateur career, we started at 10, 11. I actually had my first fight with Xander's best friend, Ruben Ramirez. And we actually fought each other first fight. Oh, wow. Obviously, I won.
Okay, so I got a little personal early on. You took care of business. I'm sure that's you guys talk over that with PlayStation and whatnot. Talk junk. Yeah. I'm sure about who won that fight, right?
Nah, but I don't think Xander was here yet. He wasn't here yet.
Okay,
he came here later. I remember seeing him. He was a little blue-haired kid just fighting. I was like, oh, shit, that kid's good as hell.
So that was your introduction to Xander, was in the boxing ring?
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, I remember fighting him. I'm not fighting him. I'm seeing him fight. And I was like...
We never fought each other.
Yeah, we never fought each other.
Okay. So a little Klitschko brother thing going?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wouldn't fight one another. Okay, fair enough.
No, it's not that we wouldn't fight. It's that we were never in the same weight class.
Okay.
I'm sure if we were in the same tournament, we would have had to fight each other.
So, Aaron, speaking about weight, you're at 140 pounds?
Right.
Okay. And Xander's 147, and both of you guys are growing, so who knows what the future will hold as far as what weight classes you're in. You get on the amateur circuit. You go to nationals. You compete in nationals. Talk to me also about the Olympic team. You competed for Argentina on the Olympic team?
Right. So, basically, first I had to go over there and make the team. They put me against everybody. I had to fight professionals. Every day. Every day was like another person I had to fight.
Wow.
I guess it was like because I was American, they didn't want me to, take over. But they fought me like they had a grudge.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of like they're testing you.
Yeah, basically. And then, eventually I beat everybody, and then we started traveling. First we had a camp, and I think it was Uruguay that came. We fought with Uruguay. I had a fight with Uruguay. I won. And then we traveled. We started traveling. We went to Colombia, Dominican Republic, pretty much.
Number of places.
Yeah, number of places.
Competed all around the world, essentially. And as you're going through this, your mindset is, I want to go to the Olympics.
Right.
Okay.
I was trying to go to the Olympics, but then COVID hit, and it was like, we didn't even know if the Olympics was going to happen. So I was like, we were already talking with Peter Kahn and stuff, so me and my team decided it would be best for us to turn professional. And it turned out good because now I'm 1-0, 1 knockout, and the Olympics still haven't even happened.
It's crazy to think, right? And we're going to talk about your team here in a minute. You made your pro debut in October on Boxeo Telemundo. Right. I commend you for that. That's walking into you fight on Boxeo Telemundo, you're fighting against great fighters. And that's a very tough series. Many greats have come of that, whether it was Tito, Teofimo, Mayweather, all those guys have fought on Boxeo Telemundo at some point in their career. Right. And I commend you for that, making your pro debut on Boxeo Telemundo. Speaking of your team, Aaron, talk to me about them.
First, I want to thank, my mom and my dad. I couldn't have done it without them. My dad really pushes me in everything I do, and my mom has been my main support system. So anywhere we wanted to go, so we went to the nationals. My mom got it. She's paying for everything, and my dad took me everywhere. He trained me. He quit his job. Wow. He put everything. He opened the gym, and he put everything into me. So I really gotta appreciate them, and also Michael Robles. I gotta give a quick shout out to him because he also gave his life to me in the boxing gym. So. I have a great support system, and, there's really no other choice but success with all that, all those people pushing you.
Definitely. And now you said the gym you train out of, KO Fitness?
Right.
And your family owns the gym?
Right. My dad. My dad and Michael. They're 50-50
ownership of the gym. That's KO Fitness. And
right.
When did that open?
When I was in 6th grade, so what was that?
It sounds like a family affair from day one.
All right. It's 8 years, because I've been out of school for 2.
Okay.
So 8 years.
2012,
8 years
give or
ago.
take.
It's 2012, yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, time flies. So as you made your pro debut, you're now 1-0. You had a 58-second KO.
Yeah,
into the first round.
Yeah,
Very impressive.
Right uppercut.
Beautiful. On YouTube, I'm sure.
On YouTube, yeah.
Okay. And we're gonna plug your TikTok now.
Right,
you're a big
right.
TikTok guy.
Aaron Alien King. If you want to go follow me on all platforms.
There you have it. Aaron Alien King Aponte, professional boxer. Aaron, talk to me about your nickname.
So we got the alien part because I had such a hard work ethic, and my dad would always call me, I'm out of this world. Like, you're crazy. You know, regular people can't do this stuff. So he would call me an alien. And my other coach, Michael Robles, he would say I'm the king of, like, the gym, and, you know, I'm the king of boxing. So we put them together, and we ended up with Alien King. And my mom, even more before that, she said when I was born, I looked like a little alien. I had long fingers. And she said I looked like a little alien. So we started off with that.
Very cool. Very cool. Talk to me about your relationship with Xander, with Peter, and Fight Game Advisors. I know you just turned pro recently.
Right.
I'd like to hear more about that. So
me and Xander, we go way back. So we've been friends since Xander was littler than me. Now he's 60 pounds heavier than me now. But yeah, me and Xander have been close for a very long time. We've been traveling the country together. We've been to I don't know how many national tournaments. You know, we fought in the same card. I don't know how many times, countless times. And Peter Khan, I can't say how grateful I am for him to help me in everything, because he really is like the mastermind behind everything. So he figured everything out, and I put all of my trust in him. I really have no, how do you say?
Worries, concerns?
No worries or concerns when Peter tells me something.
That's awesome. Peter's truly a high-character person. He's hands-on.
Right.
Fight Game Advisors, Peter Khan, CEO. That's what we're discussing today. Talking to Aaron Aponte, professional boxer by way of Hialeah Gardens.
Right.
Aaron, long-term, short-term, what are your goals for your career?
For my career, I want to become unified world champion in 140 first, and then we're going to go up and see how high we can get.
Okay.
But long term, I would say I want to make a difference in the world. I want to be a guidance for the people. You know, I want to be, everything. I want to start a school. I want to start a homeless shelter, home for orphan kids, stuff like that. Every problem in the world, I want to try to fix it. So global warming, it all comes. We got to make the change. If not, nobody is.
That's awesome, man. And 19 years old, making those statements, very direct. You know what you want to do. You want to help others. We can all make a difference. I truly commend you for saying that. That's a strong message today as you share with me. Aaron, what would you say to those fighters or youth growing up that are interested in the sport? What's your message to them?
Work extremely hard. This has to be everything you think about. And to the trainers, treat them like your sons. Like, even if they're not your son, you have to treat them like your son, because you got to want the best for your fighter. Or if they are your son, you got to want the best for your son. So I'm saying, you got to, how can I put this in words? You got to care for them in every in every aspect, because if they need that support system, they need everything. They need every boost they can get, because this is one of the hardest sports in the world.
Right, it's not a game, and that's what you're saying is so true. that relationship and connection between fighter and trainer, and all the other distractions with the TikToks and all that other stuff, right?
Right.
So, Aaron, you have an official day, Aaron Aponte Day,
right,
in Hialeah. How did that come about?
February 5th. It actually came about because on February 5th, my cousin passed away from cancer, leukemia, and the mayor of Hialeah Gardens wanted to give me a day, and we chose that day in specific because we wanted to make that negative into a positive. And we've been planning on, you know, on that day to do something special, you know, a food drive, a cancer awareness, or a fundraiser. Right. We've been planning for this February 5th coming up. You know, we want to do something special. You know, I do it in remembrance of my cousin, but you know, for everybody else, it's gonna be a meaning to them. Right. You know, everybody has a story. Everybody has something they're going through, and you know, I just want to be able to help them.
I get excited hearing about that. I'm gonna be there then.
Right.
I will be I'll represent Team La Perla Boxing and MMA, the nonprofit community organization that I work with, and I want to let you know that I'll represent them and I will be there that day to help you with your efforts. That's truly awesome. We can all make a difference, and I want you to know I'll be there. So I'm excited to take part in that in honor of your cousin, also helping others.
Right. Thank you.
Aaron, we'll wrap up today. What's your message to those going through these hard times?
Be happy. Life's too short to be sad all the time. Be happy. You know, find what makes you happy and do it. That's it. Just be happy.
Be happy. That's the message. Aaron Aponte, Alien King. Thank you so much for sharing your story on the Sunday Sit Down series.
No problem.